Thomas the Tank Engine was feeling bright and cheerful. It was a splendid day. "Good morning," he whistled to some cows, but the cows didn't reply. This made Toby cross. "Cows," he grumbled, "should be where you want them when you want them." "Fiddlesticks," said Thomas, and puffed away towards the big station. James was snorting about in the yard. "It's too bad," he grumbled. "Percy goes to work at the harbor and I do his job. Here, there, and everywhere. Take that!" "Oh," groaned the freight cars. "Just you wait. We'll you." Gordon laughed. "I'll tell you what, James. If you pretended to be everywhere, you couldn't
Need an Octorok.
hear or
Defeat Ganon.
there, could you?" "What a good idea," agreed James. "Look, here comes Thomas. I'll start pretending now." Thomas was sorry to see the engines looking miserable. "Cheer up," he puffed. "It's a beautiful day." "Yes," grumbled Gordon, "but not for James." "What's the matter?" asked Thomas. "He's replied Gordon. "Yes, he is. I mean, I am," stuttered James. "I don't feel
Hungry?
at all." "Don't worry," said Thomas kindly. "I'll help out if you're Gordon and James snickered quietly to each other. The freight cars were tired of being pushed around by Mavis. "It's slippery," they whispered. "Let's push her around instead." On, they yelled. Mavis took no notice. Instead, she brought the cars carefully down the lane and stopped at the level crossing. All traffic halted. "One in the headlamp for Fusspot Toby," chortled Mavis. But Mavis had stopped in the wrong place. Instead of taking Toby's advice, she had given the cars the chance they wanted. Hold back, they cried. "Grrr up," ordered Mavis. The cars just laughed and her wheels spun helplessly. Some of James's cars were coupled behind Thomas and he steamed away to the quarry. The cars were still cross. "We couldn't pay James back for bumping us, so we'll play tricks on Thomas instead. One engine is as good as another." But Thomas didn't hear them. He collected all the stone from the quarry and set off back to the junction. Danger lay ahead. "Now for our plan," giggled the cars. "Go faster, go faster." They pushed Thomas over the switches. On, they yelled. No one realized that melted snow had turned a stream ahead into a torrent, and the bridge above it was about to collapse. The rails were now like a tightrope across the thundering water. "Stop! Stop!" cried Thomas. His driver fought for control. They came nearer and nearer to the bridge. It was all or nothing now. The driver braked hard. Poor Thomas stood dazed and surprised in a muddy pond as a toad eyed him suspiciously. "Bust my breakfast," muttered Thomas. "The day started so well, too." Meanwhile, James was enjoying himself enormously. "What a clever plan! What a clever plan!" he chuffed. Then he saw Sir Topham Hatt. "Some jokes are funny, but not this one, James. You're a very naughty." "Yes, sir," said James. "Bah!" said Sir Topham Hatt, and angrily let off steam. "You will now stay in your shed until you are wanted." Duck pulled away the cars, and Edward helped Thomas back to the junction. Later, James spoke to Thomas. "I'm sorry about your accident," he muttered, "and so is Gordon. We didn't mean to get you into trouble." "No, indeed," spluttered Gordon. "A mere misunderstanding, Thomas. All's well that ends well." Gordon and James puffed silently away to the shed, but Thomas still had company. "Well, well," he sighed, "what a day for surprises." The toad, who was looking forward to a ride home, noisily agreed.
Die.